All right, well, Paris Hilton isn't just a celebrity, she's a pop culture icon. Her name has become synonymous with being blonde, ditzy and filthy rich.
But there is so much more, apparently, to the hotel heiress. In a bombshell new documentary, she makes some shocking revelations about her life and proves she's not just famous for being famous. Eddie caught up with Paris ahead of the film's release.
Sorry, I'm so used to playing a character that it's hard for me to be normal.
No one really knows who I am.
Followed by cameras for most of her life, this is the first time we've really seen Paris Hilton.
I don't even know who I am sometimes. I didn't used to be that way.
You say in the documentary that the whole world thinks they know me, but they really don't. So who is the real Paris Hilton?
Well, this entire time I have been playing a character, so the world has never really truly known who I am. And the real me is actually someone who is brilliant. And I'm not a dumb blonde. I'm just really good at pretending to be one.
I've interviewed Paris before. The first time there was a list of topics off limit. Now it's all out there. Why now? Why now be so open?
I just felt like it was time for the world to finally know who I was. I feel that I've been through so much and there's so many misconceptions and just preconceived notions about me. And also for my legacy and what I wanted to be remembered for, I don't want to be remembered as some airhead. I want to be respected for the businesswoman I am.
Her on-again, off-again friendship with Kim Kardashian, who appears in the documentary.
All right, I love you. I'll call you when I finish this thing with my mom. Okay, love you. Bye, gorgeous. Bye.
Paris speaks openly about her sex tape.
That happened to me. People were so cruel and evil and it was so painful to deal with. And if that happened today, it would have been a completely different story.
She also addresses the highs and lows of fame.
Before, I was just so lost and so lonely and just having to travel constantly 250 days out of the year, always just surrounded by strangers and cameras. And I don't know, I never really had a chance to think about my real life and what was happening.
Being part of the Hilton dynasty came with privilege, but also pressure.
She's probably one of the most intelligent people you'll ever meet.
Always didn't want to be known as the Hilton Hotel granddaughter. I wanted to be known as Paris. And that's why I've worked so hard, because I really wanted to prove to my family and I also wanted to make them proud. And also coming from my family, it really has been so inspiring, just with my grandfather, my father being my business mentors my entire life. So it's something that just runs in my blood to want to be a businesswoman.
Her sister Nikki, who rarely gives interviews, keeps her in check.
And are you happy? Sometimes.
So lucky to have my sister. We are so close. There's no one who knows me better than she does. And she's just always been very protective. She always just tells me how it is.
She has built her own empire out of her own image and paved the way for a generation of influencers.
I feel very proud that I've inspired other people to make a brand and business out of being yourself.
Far from the simple life, the documentary reveals Paris as a complicated woman, abused as a young girl and playing a character on screen and off for most of her life.
I feel like I have worked so hard, and I feel like people who don't know just assume that I have a silver spoon and everything's been handed to me and I've never had to work a day in my life. But it's actually the exact opposite.
This Is Paris is finally a chance for the selfie-taking star to tell her own story, in her own words and on her own terms.
Yeah, I've always been on the joke. I think that people, thought something, but I knew exactly what I was doing the entire time.
And This Is Paris, a YouTube Originals documentary, is available to watch on Paris's YouTube channel from today.